we're live now, Marcia.
Okay, I'll be careful what I say today.
Create a legacy.
You know what? That's what keeps life interesting.
Exactly.
My mom did. One time she put a thing on on the kids, how each one of us are. I was off balance. I keep things off balance. Isn't that the truth? Whoops, I missed it. Oh, we got into a conversation here. Welcome, my happy quilters, to Pine Needles Quilt and Sew here in Rochester, Minnesota. I'm going to fill you in on what Joy is laughing at over here. Okay, so yeah, last time I said something. I was adjusting my shirt, and I said something right at the beginning of the live. They'll probably all go back and watch it now.
Well, right.
But anyways, they were talking about how they never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And I said, well, I always keep things interesting. And I was telling her a story about when I was younger. There were 4 of us in our family. And I can remember, I think my mom wrote us some kind of a greeting. And she described each one of her 4 children. And I remember my description was, everybody needs a Marcia in their family to keep things just a little off balance.
And that's the best kind of fun, isn't it, Marcia?
It is. That's the truth. It's just always, you never know. You just
never know.
But sometimes I don't know myself either.
Okay.
So anyways, thank you so much for joining us here. To kick off the second half of your week, we've got some really fun things. We've got a special guest who's in our classroom today. And Joy, if you'd briefly tell them why they want to like, comment, and share.
I will. So we are coming to you from Pine Needles Quilt and Sew in Rochester, Minnesota. And each week we draw from our comment area 2 lucky winners for our $10 certificate. And we also give a third away for our trivia, which is usually at the end of our show. So be sure you stay tuned. If you are not joining us live, no worries. We don't draw to the very last minute. Our email goes out on Saturday. And you'll want to like, comment, and share.
And not only this Saturday will you find out who the winners are here, but we also will be having the winners of our anniversary sale drawing. And oh my gosh, thank you. Last weekend was amazing.
And it was a great way to celebrate your anniversary here in
Thank
Rochester.
you so much. So we have lots of 14 great door prizes that we drew for, and you'll be finding out about those on the Saturday email as well. So without further ado, I have jokes.
Great. I thought the first part of the show was jokey.
It is. I have more jokes. I have better jokes even.
You have better
probably.
jokes.
So how can you tell the weather's how can you tell that the weather is getting warmer?
How can you tell the weather's getting warmer?
There's a spring in people's step.
Oh. Okay.
And what do you call an emergency in the spring?
What do you call an emergency in the spring?
Mayday! Mayday!
Oh, that's great.
That was a good one. You have to admit.
Yes. I know we have a lot to cover, but did you celebrate May Day?
We did. May baskets. And
Yes.
we, at the school, there was a pole. It actually was our, what's that thing? Tetherball?
Yep, the tetherball pole.
We decorated that one, the tetherball.
I think every school did when they
With
did
the
when they
tetherball,
allowed
yeah.
tetherball.
That's what we had for our maypole.
I don't think they allow tetherball anymore.
Probably not. It could get pretty wicked.
It could.
But
especially in the spring when you started wearing your dresses without your socks, your pants on, and it was a little cold, and those boys would whack.
I know, because if you wanted to play, they played work up or whatever, so the best ones ended up at the end, and that wasn't me, that's for sure.
Nope, I was the one who got walloped.
So anyways, let's talk about some fun fabrics that we have here. These are brand new, just came in.
Whoops.
Go ahead, you hold those ones up. And this is from me and my sister. These are favorites. They're called Me and My Sister Favorite Vintage Linens. And we have meadow greens and lavender fields here. So let's start with lavender fields, and I'm going to go through these kind of quickly because we want to make sure we get to talk with Kay. Oh.
It's okay.
So pretty. Love these. Muted, kind of
They're
pink,
really my colors,
pinky
Marcia.
lavender. I know. When we, yes, they are your colors very much. Look at these.
It's an 80s thing, I think.
Tone on
Don't you
tone.
think?
I don't know. Well, that was more mauve. That would have been much more pink or pinker.
I know, but it's
know,
still the same
Kind
family.
of. Country blue and mauve.
Yeah.
Those were the colors.
And then they threw in peach eventually.
So now here is just more of a plum.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a dusty
I
plum.
love those little prints.
These are great. I haven't found one in here that I don't like yet.
No,
And would I tell you? Yes, I would.
you just wouldn't comment.
I might. You never
might-
know
you never
what'll
know,
come
but
out.
I love how they move
of
into
this
the
month.
lilacs to the
I
orchids.
know, so pretty. And then the deeper.
Now, these are such rich colors right here.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. You know, and there would be a day I might not have put these ones in with these, but this is beautiful.
But it completes it. It makes that beautiful transition.
And these are these meadow green?
Those are the meadow greens.
Yes. So kind of on the same line. Beautiful. Love the mottled green. Tone on tones. The dots.
And you know, they're just timeless, beautiful, warm greens.
This is that tiny little print that we liked in the purple.
Oh, I like that background.
These are pretty. And so now here we're in more of a minty green color. Wow, these are gorgeous. And then a light here, and this is more of a taupey green, but it is green. I don't know, would you call that sage? Maybe?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, look at the shades. I love this.
Well, you totally could do a Bargello with these fabrics. You could do a log cabin. And oh my gosh, when you finish off with that really rich, deep green, that just really grounds
Wow,
the collection.
this is beautiful. Love it. And of course, we have the whole entire collection on bolts. And we also have them, let's hold them up at the same time,
We got the jelly rolls.
jelly rolls. And these can be stand on their own, or they can go together beautifully. You can just wait for a second. And we've got the little pack of gum, so the little 2.5-inch charm, the charm pack, and of course the layer cake with this beautiful, beautiful line of fabrics.
So much fun right there. I'm going to move these things off so that
Yes,
we
if you
have a
would.
little room because our
Well,
guest
let's-
has
if you-
tiptoed
If
into
you don't
the
mind,
space.
if you would let her have this,
I'm getting
because
up my chair.
the two of us are older than you are.
Yes, you are. But that's okay.
But we're gonna have her stand right back here. So I
Got to take Joy's chair.
you do. Enjoy for a minute. Enjoy.
Who I am with those
we're
eyeglasses.
Aren't we cute? Aren't we cute? Hello, the world.
Yes. So Kay is here with us for the next 3 days. She's doing for the lucky.
I may just move here.
I would love that.
I may have.
We would-
Where could I put the goats and the llamas?
We have a farm.
Right, please.
Okay.
Oh, Marcia's.
Okay.
Yep.
Susie's
We
got the barn.
Okay.
We got everything.
Okay.
We got it all. We're all set up. Anyways, we talked this morning that Kay and I, she's been doing events at my store for 20 years and has become a great friend of ours. And the lucky 16 people in the classroom these next 3 days.
We're having fun.
They are having fun. So we have Odette. We're going to talk just a touch about her new book, Odette. And I'm going to let her talk in just a minute. I'm going to show you the one quilt that we brought in. She has a lot of them here, and I'm going to take pictures of them, and I will post them on our webpage. But if she wants to hold that one up, isn't that pretty?
Oh, that is pretty.
It's
And look how cute we
absolutely lovely.
blend.
I know.
Look
I
at
know.
us.
We're going to have her talk about this a little bit first, and then we've got a couple other. Remember when we did A Tale of Two Quilts? We've got two of her
Oh, I
quilts and
love
two of
that.
our quilts we're going to talk about too. So tell them about Odette. You don't have to stand back there the
Yeah.
whole time, darling,
Okay.
because your arms
was
will fall
willing.
off.
I was
I know you were
But you
willing.
could stand back there because you're all cute and everything. Odette Ulci is the granddaughter of the Fritz Gagoff, who is the inventor of the first hem stitch machine. And she was at the helm of running the Bernina factory for many, many years, and she was the mother of the current owner, H.P. Ulci, of Bernina. Now, I would say don't get too caught up in the fact that this is Bernina, because while we love the brand, of course, what Odette Ulci was known so much for was just innovating things that came to the industry that live in probably all the machines are benefited from some of her vision of what she thought the quilting world needed. So many things I learned in researching her, and I did not know her personally, was the way she processed and did her business, ran the business. And what you have to know, she ran a company in Switzerland during the time that women couldn't even vote until 1971 in Switzerland. So the idea that Odette Ilche was able to be at the helm of that to me says volumes for every one of us, man or woman, who sews and does what we do today. We can thank her for this. So it's a little tribute to her, but it also is a tribute to everyone who loves to sit down at a sewing machine and do patchwork.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So they're learning how to do these blocks in the class today. Of course, we have the books available for you, and we also have the Acuquilt dies if you want to pick that up quick.
And the Acuquilt did a, can you get that height? Let's go this way and it'll be a little easier.
Yep.
That just finishes a different size, but in one run you cut what they call a bob, which is block on board. So this leaves you with an absolute stunningly perfect cut block, and it will finish 11-inch, where the information that lives in the book can also be cut with Acuquilt, and a cube, like a 6-inch cube would make the block as well. This will finish 11 inches. Done the other way, it will finish 12. And people go, well, I wanted it 12. Well, how difficult would it be to make an 11-inch block 12?
Not hard at all.
Slap a little frame around
That's right,
it, and you've got a 12. But
I think Joy might have had to do that.
Yeah,
maybe.
Some of us.
Anyways, we're going to be talking about these. Joy and I have each made quilts, and in a further one, we'll be talking about this book again, and we'll show you some of our quilts, and then maybe we'll have some of hers here to put behind us, and we can go through all those. Today, we just don't quite have enough time.
Okay.
But without further ado.
Oh, you let time limit what you do?
We kind of do. Oh. Well, for this, we do.
How clever.
For this, we do. But anyway, we have this quilt behind us. And this one is called Serenetti Stars, and we thought this was very, very appropriate for springtime, because look at the fun
fabulous.
colors.
I love the color.
So this is the pattern. You can buy the pattern, or we have the kit exactly with the pattern right here, just like it is behind us.
Oh, and both coloring. So you've shown them both colorations. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Fabulous.
But Joy is now going to hold up Kay's quilt, the original one that's on the pattern right here.
Oh, that's where my quilt went.
Yes, I still do
I knew it.
But isn't that amazing? The difference,
Oh,
the darker colors, the brighter spring colors, the different way. Yeah, the different.
It doesn't
way
even
they're
look
put
like the same
together.
quilt.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Fabulous.
So that's really fun.
Fun.
And the other one we have is, of course, appropriate for spring. It's first we'll hold up Kay's. This is this homemade baskets or spring baskets?
Mm-hmm, spring baskets.
Spring baskets.
Which is the signature scrap pattern.
Both of these are signature from her collections. And look, here's hers. Isn't that pretty? The pinks, the browns, the off-whites, absolutely. And the greens, absolutely pretty.
And then
and then here's our kit.
Wow.
And Joy will hold that up.
Look at the difference between
Isn't
those.
that nuts?
I'm getting it.
So real.
We're pushing her, aren't
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Real soft, subtle collection from
Wow.
Three Sisters from Moda. But isn't it pretty?
So different.
That lilac fields and those
Yeah,
green
so it's by
would
the
be
same person of the fabrics
Oh,
that we
these are
just showed you.
yummy.
Aren't those
Those are
pretty?
yummy. Yeah.
Same designer, but I think we're
Amazing.
limited on this one. There's only like 3 kits of this one left.
Fabulous.
So you want to grab that. And the fun thing about, for those of you that are looking right now, these kits are 20% off.
Whoa.
Yay! So you'll want to get in there and get those. Okay, I think that anything else you want to tell the people out there in Pine Needle Land?
Just come see us. Come
Do come see us.
shopping
It's-
or shop online.
I'll
or,
visit her favorite machine too.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, we
what do
forgot
you-
to talk about.
Oh, my friends, what do you have that I don't think's anywhere else that I'm aware of?
Well, we kind of hoarded them for this event. When they were going out, Joy and I kind of made the decision, and Susie made the decision to grab what they had left. And I think we got a dozen more in addition to the ones that we had. We happen to have 6 of those left because we're kind of hanging on to them. Very special pricing while Kay is here. They come with a serger, believe it or not, or an embroidery module, or a quilter's package for the exact same price. And our price is specially discounted because she's here. And also, if you come during these 3 days, you still have those $100 coupons, don't you? So you would get $100. Then Bernina just sends that money to. They can spend it on whatever they want.
And which machine is that?
Oh, gosh. I know it so much. It's the red Quilter's edition. Bernina 735.
It is I love the machine. I sew on it. It's just cute. It's just cute.
Beautiful.
There is a white one.
Yes.
But the white one does not come with the package, the bonus package that you get when you're doing
And
when
it's
you
the
buy
same
the red.
price.
And it is the same price.
But
Yeah.
they don't get the free serger or the embroidery module, which is up to a $2,000
So if you already,
value.
if you already own an embroidery module, you could say, "Gosh, I don't own a serger," or "Wait, I want to learn to machine quilt, and I don't own that big machine quilting package." So you got to come to the store, call the store.
It comes with a red little cute walking foot.
The walking foot that's red is. I just set mine out sometimes and look at it.
They're like a bouquet of flowers.
Just like
but
flowers.
they don't wilt. It don't wilt. It's still here.
Oh my gosh, we are all the same, folks. And if you've not seen this machine, it is a marvel. It is my go-to patchwork machine, and I happen to have a white one and a red one. They sew the same, but the red one I smile a lot more.
There you go.
But I love both of
It
them.
is. It's a great.
Yeah.
It's a 5mm machine. It's great for piecing.
So come see us.
Yeah, do come see us. Absolutely. So we're gonna let you go. We're
Okay,
gonna
I gotta get back to class.
Yeah, she's got students waiting.
Bye.
For her. Thank you so much, Kay. Yay!
Do a good job, Joy. Come on.
Okay. Cool. I don't know. Tough act to follow.
It is a tough act to follow. Oh my gosh, she is about the most fun educator. I mean, we have a lot of great educators, but she is always so much fun. Can I tell the story?
Sure.
Okay, I will. Do you know what the story is? I think
I'm
you do.
not sure,
Yeah,
but
okay.
go for it.
So when I, Kate, back 20 years ago when I had the store in Cresco, she was my first educator. When I was so green as grass, I didn't even know basically what an educator that came to a quilt shop was. Well, I really did, but anyway, she was my first educator, and, I learned so much from her over the years. And then later on, I got to go to Kay's Quilting College. Several years later, I took the leap and went out to Florida. Susie and I flew out there. And it was just for store owners, which was another great thing. But I can remember we were talking about the freehand system on the sewing machine. And for those of you that are my age, if you remember back in the home ec days, we had the sewing machines, and the knee thing underneath was this. We didn't have a foot pedal. We had that knee thing. The knee was made it. Wait, you have to be old enough to know this, but that's in home ec class. That's what we had. And there was a store owner and that said, "Oh, I can't use that freehand system. That's what raises your foot up and down for you. So when you're doing applique turning corners, it's like having three hands. It's a great thing." She says, "I can't use that because back in the day, in home ec class, that my knee was used for running the machine, so I just can't." And I can remember she was so darn cute. She put her hands on her hips like this, and she looks through. She says, "Well, back in the days when I was growing up in Kentucky, we used to use an outhouse. That don't mean I do it anymore."
All right, we got to move forward with
That is
technology.
great, yeah. So that's a great story about, just because we always did it this way in the old days, in the days gone by, doesn't mean we have to do it that way anymore.
Right.
So remember that the kits are on sale.
20%
Yep.
off, yes.
So we have those ready, and because they're both over the $99, it's free shipping. So if you're from far
Whoa.
away, you're going to want to grab one of those. So I have a trivia question today.
Okay, I'm
And
ready.
I think it's time. So Kay England lives in Indiana today. But in what state was Kay England born and raised? Do you know this one? I think you do. You've been
I
around
do.
here long enough. Okay. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for that answer to come in, and there's 50 different answers.
52.
No.
There's 52 states. 51 if you say not Indiana. 50 states, never mind. go back to Are You Smarter Than a Third Grader? My family,
Only in pine needles.
my family out there right now is dying. 1,000 deaths.
Okay, it was good.
I'll tell you where I'm coming from later, but
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. That was just
the look on her face was horrific.
What did I miss? Did I miss something? I know a certain somebody's been talking about a 51st date, but
Not
I thought,
that one.
did that happen?
No.
Oh, funny. Anyways, this is a beautiful quilt. It's done in beautiful batiks and appliqued, a bouquet in the middle, and appliques all around the outside with sampler blocks in it as well. This one represents a ton of work. So there will be a minimum bid on this, and it's kind of custom quilted as well. So that's the auction quilt this time. If you need a bouquet of spring flowers that will never wilt or fade,
That's
you
the
won't
one
have
for
to
you.
throw them out. Here they are, cascading around the quilt and the bouquet in the middle too. So that's our auction quilt. Tomorrow I will post this right here on the Facebook page, and you have until Saturday at 1 o'clock to bid. And by the way, this last time we kind of had a little war at the last minute. So if you're going to wait till the last minute, and the one gal was very disappointed, I don't know, probably better to bid it up and so you don't be disappointed
Right.
waiting in case someone else does that. Okay, so our winner is Judy Hazel. Yay! Kay England was born and raised in Kentucky.
Right, and it's funny because just about 3 sentences before that, you said where she was born and raised.
Judy, good catch. Was it because of me?
Okay,
sorry.
but okay, so I have to explain the extra 2 states.
Okay, it's
I do, because in my defense,
yes.
as a musician, I've played White Christmas the musical more than once. And did you know that when that was filmed, there were only 48 states? Because they say the brother's out of the country. He's in Alaska. Because Alaska was not a state. And so in my head, often I add 2 states on account of White Christmas. And that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
It's good.
And so when you said 50, I automatically said, no, there's 52 states.
It's good to
Whatever.
know that I'm not the only one. Because my family, a lot of times, like, oh, seriously, mother? Seriously, grandma?
Oh, well, we all know you were maybe paying attention out there. There now.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh,
that's
cute.
silliness.
So thank you so very much. Yeah, this is the comedy half hour, I think.
I guess.
Thank you so much for joining us here. For those of you that watched right to the end, we do appreciate that. And we have a gift for one lucky person that will be in a drawing. If you want to have a chance to be in the drawing for this lovely Julia Crystal Manning fabric charm pack
Ooh,
from
pretty.
Moda. It is beautiful. The word today that you need to type in the comments is K.
And remember to put the E on the end.
Yeah, yep, she spells it with an E on the end. So if you're not from around here, you can't pick it up, then we would hope that you would have it mailed to you. And if you're not agreeable to that, then just don't comment, and then you won't be in the running to win this lovely, lovely charm pack.
Yes.
So I think I need to get, or Carly needs to get, she's working with Kay and helping Kay in the classroom all 3 days this week. Kind of excited about that. So we're going to get back to that. Thank you once again for joining us here at Pine Needles Quilt and Sew in Rochester for our Wednesday Live. Second half of the week is coming up, and it is going to be amazing. We will see you next Wednesday. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.